play 2 different clips, and then I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Just y'all clear, authentic thoughts. I'm not even going to pose a specific question. I just want to get y'all thoughts on it.
Out over the summer, and then I'm like re-entered a hoe era.
Right now?
But the last 2 guys I've fucked, like in the past month, have suggested using condoms, and I'm like kind of being offended by the condom epidemic. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm allergic.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Who likes them? 1, it kills the mood, okay? So like they're looking for a condom. 2, I don't want to have your fucking weird offspring baby. Like I have a stronger IUD than like Zeus. Like pregnancy's not on the table. I don't want to have a child with you. Or like 3, are you calling me a whore and are you trying to like protect yourself from STDs I might have?
Do you ever ask them like, why are you doing this?
Yes.
What have they said?
This happened to me like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, look at you looking for a condom and like how it's ruining the mood. And also like, why do you need one?
What'd he say?
He just like thought it was practicing responsible sex and boundaries with him, and I was like, blah 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 blah.
Did you tell him to grow up?
I got the ick. I haven't talked to him since.
So that's the first clip. Here's the second clip.
Love her.
Emergency press conference, guys. I'm not in the fucking mood today for this bullshit. Okay? I woke up bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, honestly. I was out pretty late last night. I opened my phone, very excited for my doom scroll. And the first video that lands on my For You page is this beautiful young woman trying to cancel me for having a controversial opinion about sex. I said I don't fuck with condoms and they ruin the vibe. And if that's what we want to cancel me for, okay, cancel me. End my career. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not changing my mind on that one. If I texted a group chat with 100 bitches right now and said, hey guys, when was the last time you used a condom? I could guarantee most of them would say high school. I'm sorry. I don't think that's a controversial opinion at all. And that's what you want to come for me for? On this beautiful Saturday?
So here's a question that I have. All right, in a general sense, and I want to get y'all thoughts. The woman says that she doesn't really care for men using condoms. A lot of times we place the responsibility on men, rightfully so, because it takes 2 people to tangle. But we've placed the responsibility on men as far as making sure that they do the right thing when it comes to protecting themselves or, whatever, diseases, pregnancies, whatever. Are white women more likely to refuse? Because I've seen this conversation happening across racial lines and stuff too. And I just want to throw this out there, and then y'all can answer the questions however you want to answer them. Are white women, is this normalized more within white women in that they're not requiring for people to use condoms and they just more promiscuous? Is this a white woman thing? Is this just a woman thing? Is this a real thing? Do most women actually require for men to use condoms? What are y'all thoughts on this in a general sense? Anybody can start.
In a general sense, the only people that ever asked me to use a condom were black. So, well, I guess not general. My anecdotal experience, yes. Black women be trying to make you wrap it up. White women, not so much. I love her. It's great. Like, people need to stay out of other people's business. If we together decide that we're not using a condom, what the fuck are you worried about? That's like you make a decision, and like if you don't like it, we ain't gotta fuck. Like, bye.
She said if she texts a group chat and she asked when the last time that, and I'm paraphrasing here, when the last time the women in the group chat actually were, required men to wear a condom, she said it will probably be since high school, probably back in high school. Do you think that that's an accurate statement or no?
That sounds about right. No one asked me to use a condom in high school, but sure.
Kim and
I've had more raw sex than condom sex. What the fuck, Tom? Why do you cover your head like that? I'm telling the truth. Like, women don't say that. I've never had an STI or an STD. Shit that I know of, nigga, I go get checked. What you mean? It just went away in the interim?
Like Mika said, Quentin don't mind STD.
Gemini, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't think that's just a white woman thing. I mean, I obviously don't have the same experience that, let's say, Quentin or Slimmy or you would even have, like, because I don't have sex with women. But I don't think that it's a white woman thing. I think it's not even just a woman thing. But I mean, the rate of STDs and babies and so on and so forth, like that proves that it's not just white women. So I think that was an odd question, Anton.
What do you mean is an odd question? Why is it an odd question?
Why would it just be white women?
I'm going based off of what she says.
But why did you jump past her just being a woman into her being a white woman?
Well, she also
Here, I'll
said
show you.
her,
I'll
she had
show. No. I'll show you why. I'll show you why.
her IUD. I don't know younger black women walking around with IUDs.
I'm a federal employee, and
I'll show you why. Give me 1 second.
I love how you guys are all so confused about the Haley condom comment, but for the longest time,
All right, I got you.
are really
This is
freaky
why.
and nasty. How you guys are all so confused about the Haley condom comment, but for the longest time, we've always said that white girls are really free and nasty. They be real nasty. If you understand, you understand. They do a lot. Every time I see a black guy who's like, "Oh, I only talk to white girls," I'm like, I know why. Because of that comment. I know my white girlfriends, none of them wear protection. None of them wear protection, and they be on the streets. Me and my black friends, protection all the way. We don't play none of them games. We don't even make it. It's not even humorous. The humor is not in it. It's not humorous, any of the rumorous, nothing. Nothing is not in the room with us. None of it. But you people will never understand what is going on. Like, this Haley comment has, like, literally, it's just opened the eyes to the world and everything that black girls have been saying. And I'm happy that we're having this conversation.
That's why. So the reason why I said it, because there's a lot of videos floating around of black women, white women, and a lot of the women are saying that white women have been like this for a long time, Kim. So this is the context behind why I framed the question this way, because of what's being communicated online.
I don't think that girl has lying friends. I don't think that being chaste and abstinent was made to be as big of a deal in white households as it was in black households, mostly because of religion. And so I don't think that it's that the black women aren't doing these things. I think that they've been so shamed into not saying anything that they just don't. They're just lying. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's just white women.
Mika, you look perplexed.
I was trying to figure out the last line you said, Kim.
I don't think that it's just white women.
No, when you said about white women's household, what did you say?
That they aren't necessarily shamed in the same way that black women are for sexual activities in general. And I base that on religion.
But
like,
by who? When you think about the household, what do you mean?
Parents, friends, societal, their male counterparts. Again, I think that we as black people are so, I don't want to say oppressed, but I can't come up with another word right now, but oppressed by religion. It's been so ingrained in us that, all of these things are something to be shameful for. Whereas I don't think that happens, on that side of things, which is the same reason why I think that black people are more homophobic than anybody else. Same stuff because of religion. And these women, because of that, are just lying. They're not having better behavior.
You think so? Do you think so? You're saying a white father, just in general, wouldn't have those types of restrictions? Or
I'm saying if you took 10 households black, 10 households white, that there would be more black households that would shame sexual behavior. Like you not shacking up, your boyfriend not coming to spend the night, y'all not sleeping in the same room if y'all not married, just all of those kind of things. I think that most of that is deeply ingrained in black people.
You disagree, Mika?
yeah. Well, and not because to say that she's wrong per se, but yeah, because I mean, I grew up in white patriarchy, and it was you not having it. You weren't getting any of it.
Like that's just one.
No, but you no, Quentin, hush.
I
Because you
know.
just had your
Well, you can't always just say I
Everything
did
with
this, I
Mika's
did that,
talking
so
about
this is
that.
not true. It's like,
You just had your white woman anecdotal experience. So
and I
please.
said that, but this is what
And I
you
just
always
told you
do.
that was mine.
I did, but I
just
don't
told you
make
that
it
was
seem
mine,
like
and I'm
all. I
behind
don't
it.
call people.
I just
I
told you
don't
that
call
was mine.
people
I didn't.
wrong
I
because
did
I
not.
did this. I
I
tell
did
my
not. You
opinion
just
because I
said
did
it.
this.
That's what
I
you
don't
just
say
said.
I didn't call nobody wrong.
I didn't I just say
You
she's
said you
not
don't
wrong
agree
per
with
se?
her because you grew up with white
Didn't I
people.
just say she's not wrong per se? And then you just said it was because you said in your experience, every black woman that I have
I
slept
didn't
with
say
has a
every. I didn't
condom.
say every. No,
Yes,
I
you
didn't.
did.
No, I didn't. Run it back. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You
I
said
said
every black
all. I
woman.
didn't say every. I said all the black women that I've
Okay,
been
well,
with.
every. Come on, semantics. And I said that was my anecdotal experience.
You didn't say
Just
that.
like you named yours.
Go ahead, continue, Mika.
Anywho,
Like I said, I can't wait to be a white girl. It's crazy.
to what?
What were you
Because
saying, Mika? I was listening.
I could have sworn when Pearl was on here, she agreed with me. But anywho, lastly, I don't know. It sounds like a back and forth about what hole is the nastiest, because what are we really talking about? One is talking about, okay, they use a condom, but they're still sleeping around. The other one is talking about they don't use a condom, they're still sleeping around. I think they're having the same issue. It's just, okay, who's doing what nastier? At the end of the day, I don't think it's a white or black thing. I think it's more of a mindset and what you fall into and what you believe. Because if you want to sleep around, you're going to sleep around. And if you're not, you're not. I know black girls that don't do it. I know white girls that don't do it. And then I know white girls that are hoes, and I know black girls that are hoes. So I think it's more of a mindset versus just a color.
What the rest of y'all doing?
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, like everybody else is just sitting there silent. Like, what y'all doing?
Well, I'm giving y'all some time to respond before I
I
read
agree with
this.
Kim as to how black people conduct their households and how it's different than white people. I think generally black parents are more strict. I know there's some white parents that ain't having it, but generally white parents are negotiating with their kids. I actually had to everything. This don't even have to do with sex. The other day I saw this fucking kid at the bus stop. This motherfucker had on some sandals, some shorts, and a fucking big ass coat and a fucking hat. And I was put it on my and I put it on my Facebook, and all these white people jumped in my comments. I have to pick my battles with my kids. I said, what? I win all the battles with my kids. You fucking white boy. I don't know the fuck y'all talking about. And they out here negotiating with their fucking kids. It's crazy.
Mm.
But I see just as many. But I see just as many Black people now in the Walmart, kids running everywhere. Again, I think it's a certain mindset because growing up, I didn't see that, but now I see kids everywhere, just running around. Mom on the phone, don't care, and that's Black and white.
Mm. Mm.
Some people just don't. Some people just don't care. I think it's more culture than anything. And people have to learn the difference between a race and an ethnicity. Because there are tons of people that are the same race and don't have the same culture. So you can be white and not have the same culture. Where you raise your kids a different way than these type of people raise their kids.
Carrie, what was you about to say? Was you about to say something?
No, but I have something to say. Well, actually, I have a question. And Quentin, let me know if this is too personal. The Black women who have asked you to use condoms, did you end up using condoms?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you slept with any of them more than once?
Mm-hmm.
Did they make you use condoms the second and third and fourth times?
No.
See, I think that I can't speak on like the white culture thing.
The white. That's funny.
I hate saying it like that, but like I grew up in a Black town. You know what I'm saying? My reference point of knowing about how many people engaged in sex was predominantly when I was in my home growing up and then in college. And that was predominantly Black. And I know that people lie out their teeth about what they do in the bedroom. They
What do you mean?
lie. They lie.
What does that mean,
A
Carrie?
lot of people, I think that a lot of people probably came for this girl. And this does not mean I condone or, this has nothing to do with my opinion. But I believe that a lot of people came for this girl because she said what's really happening even for them. Like some people have a tendency to get mad at the person who's not afraid to say the things that they do believe or engage in that they know they would get smoked for or they would get criticism for. They get mad at the actual person. The other thing is, I just know that strict households and all, because I agree with you that a lot of people with our skin tones have come from strict households or whatever you want to call it, but that does not mean that they're following rules. A lot of the people who I grew up with, their parents did. The extent of sex conversations was like, to the guys it was don't bring baby home. To the girls it's like it might be don't be fast. But like a lot of us did not have these extensive protect yourself conversations anyway. And then how are so many people ending up pregnant and with STDs that look like us if everybody's protecting themselves all the time? That's why I asked Quentin about the women who he slept with over and over, because I do know that it's common, or it was common, to require it first couple times.
Well, I know you now, so it's good.
But I know you are more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like that story starts to change when you have sex with the same person over and over and over again. So I don't know. It's
Okay, she's talking about. See, it would make sense if we were talking about the same person, right? But she was talking about multiple men. I think that's where it was kind of like.
That's for sure. I get that. But to your point, Mika, like even let's take the road of, okay, these women are wearing condoms, and okay, I gotta talk without telling. Okay, these women are wearing condoms, and
Yeah, talk
like
about
for
what?
nothing. So mind your business. So that black woman who was talking, she almost made it seem like it's disgusting that you would sleep with the same type of a guy or same guy I would sleep with, but unprotected. So in my mind, I'm like, well, then condom or no condom, should you be sleeping with the guy? But then this draws me back to, so then when should you sleep with a person? Which draws me back to, this is why you should wait to get married before you have sex. And I'm not even up here on some old like, that's what I did. I didn't do that. And when I was
You don't
that
have to
age,
tell your story.
I don't mind telling, I'm not telling all my business, but I believe it's important for me to share that because I get how it's easy to make this whole conversation about like, well, I just like having sex, or I'm not going to use the condom, or I am, or whatever. But when you really think about it, that's why I'm glad Mika brought it up. When you really think about it, if this guy could potentially give me something, the only thing I'm grossed out by is that you decided to sleep with him with no condom, and I slept with him with a condom.